I'm Simeon Pando.
Gloria Monet.
Dang. I'm Melvin Gregg.
This is another episode of Nice and Neat.
I'm Duke.
I'm Omar. I'm Jalon.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're married and we're colored. Da-da-da-da. Give me a high five.
All right, guys. Beautiful, beautiful dynamite cut and bread.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Yo, what's
Let's
the deal,
do it.
y'all? Hope all is well. Welcome back to another episode. I'm Duke.
I'm Omar. I'm Jalon. And this is another episode of the number one podcast in all of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Nice and Neat. First of all, I do got to say, okay?
What's up, man?
Hey, Duke, thank
What's
you
up?
for allowing us to set social media ablaze.
Boy.
With these fire photos. Shout out to Stan Low Photography.
Stand
man.
low, been
Hey.
going crazy.
Hey, the
Yeah.
photos from the wedding
Crispy.
were so phenomenal,
Oh
bro.
my goodness.
They were some of the best photos that me and my wife have ever taken
Damn.
together.
You got-
Screensaver. I
man.
screensavered it.
Yeah,
Did you
screensaver
change your screensaver?
I haven't changed
Hey.
it because no, I haven't.
Beautiful photos.
Beautiful photos.
We were going through them. We was like, damn.
Hey, you know what though? I was talking to O about this, and one of my favorite photos, bro, is you got to the end, and it was like super symbolic because it's like you got to the
Y'all was
end,
jumping?
bro,
Was jumping?
and it was only your married homies that are in the
Yeah.
photo.
Yeah.
Welcomed you.
Like we
Yeah.
welcomed you
Welcomed you
over,
aboard.
dog. I ain't never seen a
B-roll,
a
make sure you
group
put
of
that,
cats.
put it right here. Put
No,
that photo right
seriously.
here.
Nah, for real, bro.
I'm framing that one. That's going in the house.
It's going in the house, bro. I never
Yes.
seen a group of cats so happy to see their homie get married in my life.
Yeah.
I'm glad I was one of those cats.
Yeah.
Nah, I think that moment was actually just a culmination of the whole day. That moment right there. Because when I'm replaying, I'm looking at the replay, and I'm looking at, we actually have the entire replay of the wedding and the live stream, and I'm just like only 30 minutes. The ceremony was only 30 minutes, but the replay was like 2 hours. So we got to see all the things that was going on before the ceremony, right? And just me watching how y'all was moving, I was so entertained by just like
He watched the
nothingness.
recap.
I was just so entertained by just y'all just doing stuff, right? Y'all taking control. And I feel like everyone kind of took initiative and making it like, this is my moment, or this is my wedding, or this is my role that I got to play to make sure that this wedding and the guests are lively. And it was just crazy, right? And I think that moment really just embodied what was going on prior to that moment happening. So when I saw it, I was just like, wow, like, look at God. It was perfect. It was perfect.
The day
bro.
was perfect.
It was perfect.
beautiful. The
It
sun
was
hit
perfect,
at
man.
the right time.
It was
It
perfect.
was clear skies. It
Yeah.
wasn't breezy. The weather was cool.
I thought it was gonna be hot. It wasn't.
Man, I thought it
hot
was
like
hot
that.
too.
Oh,
and
it was
and that
perfect.
moment actually made me feel good about, like, yo, weddings don't have to be. It don't have to be like this delicate, just soft. It could be fun and turned up.
Yeah.
Like the ceremony.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We jumping in, we passing out shots.
But you see, we did our job, but you did your job.
I was gonna say,
Talking about interest.
bro, like your wedding was a roller coaster of emotions for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like super. Okay, when we first got there, it was just like, okay, let's get it going. Okay, let's get it going. Then it became fun. Okay, then it became fun. Then it became quick, just because we're waiting. Right,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bar's open, we're
Yep.
waiting. Okay, we realized, okay, y'all not there. Okay, now it's like, okay, we have a duty now. Okay, so then it became mission focused.
Yes.
It became mission focused.
Yes.
I'm talking about driven. Like, okay, we got to make sure that we set the vibe right.
Yep.
People out here.
People
it's-
can't feel this time.
Nah.
Yeah.
And then there's some older people there that's there. It's
Yeah.
kind of sunny sometimes. In some of the areas, so we want people to be comfortable. You
Yeah.
know what I mean, and
Yeah,
not
yeah.
be. People could get irritated. You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
And but then,
Even if it's a wedding.
even if it's a
yeah,
wedding,
for
it
sure.
doesn't matter. People could get irritated.
Yeah.
But then you guys come. You know what I mean. So then we gotta play usher, because now we gotta get everybody sat down, right?
Yep.
And then we became spectators. And then as a spectator, bro, it was exciting watching you come out to Burna Boy, right?
Nah, you was lit.
Last.
You was lit.
It was lit. It was lit. Then we watching Chanel walking down beautiful as ever down the aisle. And it's like, wow, oh my goodness. Then you guys get up there on the stage, and then the words that you guys have for one another were just so beautiful. Like, I went from being super happy. Well, I was happy the whole time, but from just being like overjoyed to being, filled with like tears. 'Cause I'm like, man, this is so moving. You know what I mean? And to back lit again.
Yeah.
To back happy and lit
No,
again.
lit.
And
Hey.
lit,
Yeah, yeah.
lit. Then we go into the reception.
That's tight.
And it kind of cools down a little bit. then it's back up again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we cooled down to get up out of there. You know what I mean? But I loved it, bro. It's one of my favorite weddings I've ever attended, bro. Ever in my life.
It was fun, bro.
It made me
Everything.
It made me so
Everything.
proud. It made me so proud of my homies, and it made me like almost. I don't know. It made me proud because I'm watching y'all, and I'm like, because you know, on the wedding day, we don't know what's going on. When you the
Yeah,
bride and groom,
of
you don't
course
know
not.
what's
True,
going
of course
on.
not.
So the live stream gave us a chance to really watch what was going on when we're not there. And from watching y'all, I got like, oh, my homies are problem solvers. Oh, it's a lot of masculine energy going on, right? It's a lot of masculine energy just like solving shit right now. Cause I'm like, all right, because hold on, because like the only instruction I gave anybody was like, hey, just Brandon, get these shots out.
Oh, you had told him that.
But I didn't tell him how to do it. I didn't tell him when to do it.
Okay.
I just said, yo, we got a cart for you. At some point, get it out. I didn't know. I'm seeing it. He sensed
We
it.
told him that earlier in the day.
I told him that 2 weeks ago. I didn't tell him nothing about on the day of.
I didn't know where he came with that.
On the day of, I didn't speak to him about it. I didn't speak to him about it. So, you know, he just come out. He like, hey, oh, come on, let's start dancing. Right? And I'm like, y'all passing out. And John, you with me though, so you don't know what's going on either. But then I seen the moment you got there, right? And one of y'all waved him down.
Come on.
And y'all waved him down. And I'm just watching like for an hour and 30 minutes of nothing, just like, wow, look at these fools.
Having a good
Like,
time.
look at these fools like taking it onto themselves to be like, oh, like, what would dude do?
Yep.
Because I didn't give nobody instructions. It was just like, what would dude do? And I was just like, that shit dope. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, that shit was dope, bro. So coming off the wedding, man, I felt good. Chanel was just like, man, like your friends are dope, man. Like
I think all the women walked away from that night saying that.
Come on, man.
They felt it.
all of the women.
All I know is women walked away from the wedding saying, I need one of those. I need one of them. Where can I get one of them?
Not this
One of
one.
them.
Not this one.
Nah. Where can I get a replica? Something. Cause I felt it, bro. And I was just like, yo, these my niggas. Yeah, these my niggas.
So, okay. I think you had, out of us three, you had the largest wedding. Right? I feel like there is a lot of stress in planning a wedding, whether it's an elopement, whether it's a small wedding or a micro wedding, as they call it these days, or a wedding of 200 people or 1,000 people. I think there is a level of stress that comes with that. So were you guys like on the day, like relieved, like this is over? And what are some of those things that you were relieved that you like, yo, we don't got to deal with that no more? Or I'm glad we got through that.
Man, it was good that it was over and it was done and we didn't have to like pay for we had some additional expenses, but like it was over. I think I would have liked personally, I think we both would have liked to like actually be more present, but we had to think about scheduling and, you know, doing this like type ceremony. And so like you kind of lose the actual being present part on the day of. One thing that we are glad we don't have to do anymore is plan a guest list. You know what I mean? We don't have to plan a guest list because even when we planned the guest list, we had to go back and forth about like, we had space to add more people. So we were going back and forth about who to add and should this person come and this person, and we had different reasons for not adding or adding people, right? And one of the reasons, majority of the reason was just like, all right, is this person, okay, married people get precedence.
Yep.
My friends, my close families get precedence.
Yep.
And then from there, it's just like, yo, are you married or are you single? And if you're married, you get precedence over a single person for the guest list. Why? Because we're getting married.
It's a good rule.
No, that's just how it goes. You get precedence over a married couple, right? So also, if I got a homie and he married, I'm not asking questions about a +1. He got a +1.
Yep.
Right? That's just what it is. Now, if I don't know who your woman is, you don't get a +1. And that's how it is, right? But we get married people first and then everyone else. All right? And I think one thing that we ran into is when it came to like some single friends, it's just like, all right, like there's like, okay, what's the relationship? But then it's also like, what is like put it like this. We had gotten an argument over if we're gonna invite somebody, and the only reason that we didn't invite them is because they used to deal with someone else that was closer at the wedding. So we was trying to protect the environment, right? So we had a conversation. It was like, yo, you know,
That's tough.
That's tough.
That's tough.
you know what I mean? Like it was just like, so there's one girl who dealt with one of my homies, right? Mm-hmm. But I just didn't want her around because like we doing real family shit over here.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And like no ex work could be around, even though homegirl had a relationship with Chanel, right? So me and Chanel was just like, hey, it got to go like this.
Yep.
It got to go like this because no, like, because anyone you used to deal with, even though it's not like me,
Yeah.
it's still someone that's attached to me, and I care about the vibe and the aura of the space. So we had an argument about inviting someone else that one of my homies used to deal with. And I think that's one thing that we had to deal with a lot going into it. And so I learned, like, I'm curious to see how many people actually deal with that.
Do you think that everybody who is planning a wedding knows who everybody is on the guest list of a wedding?
Do say that again?
They
The people that are planning the two parts,
So-
the
so
potential husband and wife.
potential husband and wife.
No.
As they're planning a wedding, do you think both parties know who everybody is on the guest list?
No.
Because you don't know everyone on your partner's side and vice versa.
No,
Okay.
no, you don't.
So
No
I got
way.
a hot ticket question, guys. Got a hot ticket question. All right. Question is it appropriate or inappropriate to have a person or persons at your wedding that you have had past history with?
Is it inappropriate?
Is it appropriate or inappropriate?
Why would I have somebody? No, the answer is no. Right? It's inappropriate.
It's inappropriate.
It's inappropriate, right? Because why would I have somebody I used to slam at my wedding?
Okay. Let's say
Like,
you don't even,
I don't, like it doesn't even matter. Like why? I don't have no reason.
let's say you guys went to college together. Happened in college. You guys developed a great friendship following that. And it's been that, and you guys have never talked about it.
What do you mean?
since,
What do you mean?
Right?
What kind of friendship do you guys have? Have you? I'm assuming your partner know about the friendship.
Let's say, your partner knows about the friendship. Knows about the friendship, doesn't know about the history.
Nah. It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate.
Why?
Well, you're not being honest. You're omitting the truth. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? There's certain things that you withholding from the story, and for that to be your wife as you crossing over into marriage, you know, it doesn't seem like that benefits the relationship in any way. No.
Listen, my wife should not have nobody that she used to deal with at my wedding.
Nobody.
Plain and simple.
That my wife should not. There should be nobody that ever slept with her, kissed her, none of that at my wedding. I'm paying for a nigga food that slammed her.
No way.
Wow.
No, it's
way.
not happening,
Yeah,
bro.
no
I
way.
don't care if it was in college or high school, right? And you know me, I don't even play that like buddy. Like after we have sex, like there's no more buddy friendship thing. That's out.
That's what I'm saying. For
That's
us, it's
out.
like it would never even get to the wedding. We don't even want that in the same
That's
environment
out.
of us at Dave and Buster's. I don't even, you know what I mean? I don't
So-
even want to be in the same environment with somebody that I had a relationship at
But
Dave and Buster's.
also,
bro.
this is what I'm trying to say. Like, I feel that strongly about it that I wouldn't even invite a woman who should deal with my friend.
Right.
Did you feel me?
Case in
That's
point.
how-
Who's
that's
going
how-
to be indulging in
that's-
this day too?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like imagine one of my best friends or closest friends and what I'm saying is I'm talking about my friend that is in a relationship. Right? If my friend's not in a relationship
Cool.
and he's single, then he may want to double back that night. I don't know.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
That's
like
up.
I may be
Yeah.
doing him a favor.
I'm getting married. I'm getting married.
I may be doing him a favor, so I don't know. But I'm just saying though, like if my wife has a friend and I have a friend and they both have and she has a friend that used to deal with my friend and he's in a relationship, a marriage, then she can't come to the wedding unless the relationship that she has with my wife is closer and stronger than the relationship that I have with my friend. That's it. That's the only way because then I can't really.
You know, I appreciate how principle based you are and like rules matter because I feel like that's the only way to really identify what we're doing here. I agree with you guys 110%. This was a question, but this is also things that I'm sure we're no strangers to. I'm sure you have seen a wedding before to where you're just like, yo, hold on, how is she at the wedding when I'm always under the assumption that the partner doesn't know.
Yeah.
You know.
Me too.
Clearly. Me too.
Me too. Me too.
I'm
I'm
too.
always
because it
There's
can
no,
happen.
there's no way that's okay.
Yeah, me too.
It's no way it's
There's no
okay,
way.
right? And
I don't know. People be having funny.
Nah, people be lying.
I'm gonna tell you guys
You don't
this.
think people be okay with it?
Hell no, people don't be okay with it.
Hold on, you don't think people really be okay?
No.
Or they try to convince
You may be
themselves?
completely honest. I think people don't know how to think about the future sometime, right? So I think in the current space that sometime in the current level of care that people might have for their partner might be okay with it, right? And some time go by and they really, really like get to dive in. Because I feel like most people lack foresight.
Mm-hmm.
So some time goes by and you be like, yo, I actually think it's extremely disrespectful that you had this person at our wedding. It was like, well, you said it was okay. It was like, yeah, but that's how I felt then, and this is how I feel now. And I feel like that is one of the problems that a lot of relationships like just face in general. It's like a foresight. Like I know some people who do things in their relationship and they've been together for, we'll just call it less than a year, right? And I look at it and I'm like, oh, that's gonna be a problem in the future for you guys. It's cool today. Today is cool, right? Because you guys don't know how much you guys are going to care about each other one day. Today is cool, but tomorrow, next year, feelings get deeper.
Yeah.
So what shows up for you if you have foresight? What comes to mind that could possibly be a threat
So
into the future?
I think early in relationships is where you probably I think you actually should experience the majority of friction early on in a serious relationship.
Yeah, me too.
Because you guys are having uncomfortable conversations and you guys are being challenged in ways that you guys haven't been challenged before, right? So like, for example, if your partner feels uncomfortable with you having female friends of the opposite sex and she can't identify what that relationship is, you guys are going to be having conversations about that, right? But I think that if she feels uncomfortable about it, but she doesn't say anything and you just kind of run up amok and then time goes by and then she says something, that's because the foresight was lacking. And like, I might really not like this. You probably look at it and be like, I'll get over it one day. One day I'll be cool with her and, I won't feel this anymore. But like, it's hard lines that we all have today, especially in being in relationships, long-term relationships, that we may not have had before, right? I'm pretty like strict, right? So like,
That's funny.
I've always had.
I'm
hard
pretty strict
lines.
as well. People think I'm an angel. Like, yo, I want one of those.
No, you don't.
Right.
All right.
So
They
like,
do, though.
there's
They do.
like certain things like when we're vetting women that we're dating, it's just certain things that I may have required then that I had the foresight for that could cause friction for me, right? So I use one for example. Health is extremely important to me, right? I wouldn't have got into a relationship with somebody who was unhealthy.
Facts.
That's me, right? My mom always let me know, hey, yo, marriage is hard enough as is.
Yeah.
Let's not go into it with health problems, right? Now, let's make this clear for the listeners. If something happens to somebody who I'm already with, then something happens to somebody who I'm already with. I'm not leaving them because of that. But to like start something off in that space, that was a no-no for me, right? We have our do's and our don'ts that equate to foresight, not just, it's just something that makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So like that was one of those things for me. Matter of fact, what was one of those things for you where you think about like, yo, I had real foresight with that. Like I appreciate that.
Within my relationship now?
Like I'll give you an example. Like if somebody's relationship with their family was like just strong and you're like, yo, that was something that was always important to me because I knew that she was going to be able to carry that throughout our life. And like it's super important. She's always making sure that I even engage with my family and that we get together and just having people over. Something that was important. But just something that you could look at from when you were in the courting space to where you're like, you know what, whoever I take serious got to have this because it's going to be something that is important for me for the longevity of our relationship.
Yeah, I think one thing for me at least, I think my wife understand. Like my wife, I like that.
You like the way that sound.
Is that the first time you said that?
Yeah, like the way that sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the way that
Camera?
sound.
Yeah. So one thing my wife early on that that I have foresight with is I think she understands like male female structure, right? There was never a time where she was trying to step on like the dynamic that I have as a man, right? I never felt that, okay, she was trying to, try her presence, trying to make her presence bigger than mine, right? Or try to be dominant or try to prove that she can't be controlled or that you can't tell me what to do and things like that. Or I'm independent. She never did that, right? And I think that was really critical for me being like, okay, this is someone who at the very basic level understands like man woman dynamic and doesn't view it as a threat, but just views it as something that's like harmonious, right, for how we want to live our life. So I think for us, 7 years in, it's been the same. You know what I mean? And we've had our ups and downs, but like I think both of us understand exactly, you know, what like the hierarchy in our relationship is, and I say that respectfully. Yeah, I think that's worked out for us because we know exactly what the roles are, and we don't bump heads about that at all.
I do. As you're speaking, I was thinking about my moment. You know what I mean? And there is a moment that I could go back to, and I've told the story before here on the show. But you know that time when I got released by Chicago, right? And we was in between places, right, and trying to figure it out, right? And me and Candace just started rocking. You know what I mean? And it was shaky for me. At least I felt the shakiness in my life. Maybe she may have not felt that, but in that moment,
what was shaky for you?
Finances,
my career, my professional life,
You know what? I'm actually gonna. I love this that you're using because I want to actually rewind a little bit because this is a big deal and I want you to dive fully into it.
Yeah.
But not only were you cut from Chicago, but you were slated to be the man in Chicago. The spot was cracking.
Yeah, it was cracking. It was set up for me.
Okay.
It was set up
and
for
you
me.
guys were dating in that time.
And we were dating in that time.
Okay.
It was dating in that time. So one thing I learned about Candace that I was like, oh, this is I'm gonna take this as a very foreshadowing moment and something I could really lean on. My woman knows how to weather the storm. She was very cool, calm, and poised while I was very frantic, if I'm being completely honest with y'all. You know what I mean? I didn't really know where I wanted to go, what direction, what was happening. And I just noticed that every time I looked over to my left or to my right, wherever she was at, I always had a sense of peace. You know what I mean? She was never panicking. And obviously, as you go further into your relationship with someone, you know, there's going to be pivotal moments that come and that arise. Yeah. And, you know, how you maintain your poise in these adverse situations, they matter, right? Sure. You don't want to be frantic. You don't want to be, you know, blinded by the lights, as they would say. And like, no matter what was going on, she was able to ignore the noise and really help me tunnel in my vision.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And so that was something that was big, something that I really looked as a foreshadowing moment for our relationship and why I chose her.
Because not only was you thinking about like, oh man, like I'm in a situation like where I'm gonna play. You know, why did I get cut? So you got to deal with that as a player and just in everyday life. You got to think about moving.
Yep.
And then you got to think about, okay, like what's the situation with us now?
Yep.
Like, because it's very easy to just be like, okay, the reason I signed up for this because I thought he was going to be this.
Yeah. She
like,
never wavered.
Right, and that's like
She never wavered.
and that's very fair.
And that's why I want to make that clear.
And that's fair.
And that's it's very understandable. It's like, because you know, you present someone and you like, man, like naturally, that's what women are gonna do that.
Yep.
And so when all those things start like, just you start peeling those things back and say, okay, that's not happening. And now you start thinking about like, okay, what about you? And she's like, what's next? Cool. That made me feel good.
That made me feel real secure.
And not only does that make me feel good, but that give her whatever my situation is at the time, she get the inside track.
Yep.
Whatever it is.
Yep.
And those are the things that you remember.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro.
Lasting impression.
You know, it actually makes me think about those were your moments where you both realized, oh, she's not like the other ones. Like, she's not like the other girls.
Precisely.
She's not like
them.
She's not like the other girls who I've previously spoken to. She's not like the other girls that I may have been looking at. She's not like anybody who I think I'm gonna meet. So you make a decision to get married.
Different. Yeah.
You make a decision to get married, and I feel like people look at marriage as like, okay, cool, it's perfection and this is completion. And you know, we all have done therapy, and we just know marriage is really just the beginning. Yeah. Like,
guess what? We all gonna have to go back to therapy.
Oh man, I be in there.
Yeah.
I be in. I actually have gotten to a point where I'm just like, you know what? Before any problems arise, like let's just tap in. Let's just be in there.
Get a little check in.
Let's be in there because you start to realize how much stuff that you are not saying and it's just y'all two. You know, a therapist for some reason just creates the safest space for you both to just be heard and understood, and that space is the epitome of we listen and we don't judge.
Yep.
But it's for real too, right? Like, I just appreciate being able to be in that space. I appreciate, when you get to see the work that has went into it. I think something that's super exciting for you, Duke, is being able to go through your therapy sessions and then your premarital therapy sessions, and then get into the day and you be like, you look at your partner and you be like, yo, outside of me loving you, like, we did it. Like, we did it. And it's almost, it really is like winning a championship. Like, you like, yo, like, we made it here. Out of all the other teams you could have played for or I could have played for. Yeah. Like, we did it together, and it's super dope, bro. It's super dope, dog. It's dope. I'm glad you didn't have any of those
What?
Those problems.
You know why he would never have those problems? I'm just
Which
assuming,
problem we talking about?
I'm just assuming I know where you at.
Go ahead.
You would never have those problems of, does anybody have any last words before I, like, you would never have those problems because you don't believe in that, right? You don't even operate like that. You too strict. Y'all would never have someone at the wedding who was even that close, who even felt comfortable standing up and interrupting or proceeding to stop what y'all about to do.
I don't even care.
Was that where you was going?
But but speaking of that, I don't even care what y'all talking about. We'll figure this out after. I don't care what y'all talking about. We're gonna do this, and then like if you want problems, then come holler at me.
Yeah.
Hey, so I seen this video. I've seen this video on Instagram. Actually, it just made me think about it. I seen this video on Instagram. This guy, he proposed to his girl. When he proposed to his girl, she said yes, but she said, you know what? Yes, but I still got some closure that I need to map out with my ex. Yeah. Right? So in the video, it's the boyfriend's in the car,
wait, this is caught on.
This is on camera.
Fiance
is in the car. She is at the porch. They look like they might live in the South because the porch is huge, right? This ain't no West Coast porch. Look like they live in the South or something. She's on the porch and she's hugging the ex-boyfriend, and she comes back to the car and she's crying in the tears, and he's like, is everything okay? And she's like, yeah, everything is okay. And he's like, all right, cool. And he reverses out of the parking lot. I mean, the driveway, and they head home. Question for you guys. Would you, let's say your fiance said, you know what? It's somebody who I need to have some closure for. Would you allow her to go get this closure, or would you renege your proposal?
Oh, damn. Where
you at with it? And those don't have to be the only two answers.
Like, damn, that's really extreme, bro.
You could.
Yeah, I'm not that emotionally mature enough, and I'm not that secure enough to be like, yeah, go speak to him. And I don't have a problem admitting that. Yeah. No, you can't go speak to him. We've been in a relationship for X amount of time. What are we talking about closure? That shit should have been closed, door shut, slam, finito, a long time ago.
Adios, muchacho.
Christmas canceled a long time ago. What are we talking about, right? And people gonna say, man, you guys are insecure.
Yes.
Yes. I'm not secure in that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not secure in that. Yeah. No. What are we talking about? That's gonna ring an alarm.
Me either.
You know what I mean?
But I wouldn't renege the proposal. I wouldn't renege the proposal per se. You know what I mean?
If that's what she was like, yo, this is something I need to do in order for us to move forward. So
then, yeah, we're not moving forward. We wouldn't move forward if that's the case. If she need that to move forward, because she's still holding on to something.
Yeah, because the proposal, this is what I believe in too. I don't need the whole picture to be crystal clear. Also, like, I don't need to know exactly what the details are. I don't need to see the proof.
None of that.
I don't need to do that. I need to see the signs. I need to see the signs. That's the signs tell me that, okay, you guys still have something going on.
Yeah.
Right? Because this proposal is based on your trust. It's based on it's under the assumption that we're both being faithful to each other, that we don't have no skeletons in our closet, we don't have any baggage. That's what the proposal is.
Assumption.
The assumption. Right? It's like, hey, listen, and based on the conversations we had,
Yeah.
This has been like we've had conversations. So if it's being brought up now, I'm gonna take it as okay. There's something that you haven't been truthful about. All right, so that's a breach in trust to me. I don't care if she's saying like I need to go get some closure. No, it's not the moment. This ain't the moment.
That's us, and that's our standard here. But his perspective could be he could have been one of those dudes who likes taking women from from dudes that maybe that are prominent or that are popular or that are just like taking a girl off the market, and that may be his thing to like. He may have got a rise out of that.
Are you saying like
maybe like a badge of honor?
Not saved women, not saved,
yeah.
not saved, but just like I like being able to say I grabbed her, I bagged her from that. You know what I mean? Or I was able to take her off the market.
So he basically says like someone is kind of valuable depending on who she's attached to.
Not who she's attached to, just she is valuable in herself. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he's proud that he was able to secure that.
Okay. I see what you're saying, dude.
Okay, because I'm saying like, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, he pretty much, let's just use it like this. This guy might have been the starting quarterback in high school, and he was like,
and that's something too,
like an all-world guy. So he's attaching, he's attaching his girl's value. To this guy,
and there's many men like that. You know what I mean? He could.
That's kind of what you were saying, right?
I think so. Because I was trying to understand what you meant when you said like he's one of those guys that do X, Y, Z.
Yeah. Well, he could just be. I think just there are some guys who get a rise out of like when you got with Chanel, you weren't just like, yeah, I took this girl off the market.
Correct.
No, it's just like, man, I got a bad girl.
I got you.
I got a bad girl.
The girl that everyone wants.
That everybody want.
Okay.
I got her.
Yeah,
I got her, regardless of who she was dating.
Yeah.
So like he may have like felt like that was a flex to like, go over there and handle that because we moving on anyway. But that's not how we move. You know what I mean? But that's two possible perspectives that could be happening in that moment. There's no way I'll be taking my woman over there though.
Nah, man, come on, man. I feel like some things is just like it's okay to just like everything. Like I don't believe in being flexible with everything. You know what I mean? I don't believe in being understanding about everything. I don't believe in that.
You know what I do believe? I believe that guy on that porch is gonna be at that wedding.
No, I believe that guy. He gonna be at that wedding.
That's what I do believe.
Yeah,
and that's
for
crazy.
Sure. Single.
Yeah.
And he gonna walk up to homie. Hey man, congratulations.
Hey, Duke actually really put this in.
You're like,
he gonna hit her with a little whisper. Hey, this is crazy.
Yeah, I can't believe you invited me here.
Hey, so proud of you.
Hey, go Duke, keep going. Go.
Hey, so proud of you, man. Hey.
I love you.
I knew you would always be this. Always.
Hey, Duke, you really put it in perspective though.
Get out of here.
I'm not paying for it. I'm paying for this plate.
Come on, what are you talking about, bro?
Nah, bro.
All right. And it's just in some part of me, bro, is always I always think about like, I wonder what this dude is saying. Like I wonder what I'm
because you're not mature enough.
I'm not mature enough.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not mature enough. Like I'm wondering, hey, what is this person saying that he gets to come to my wedding? Right? He like nigga telling his homies.
That's exactly what you're doing too.
Telling his homies. And it's just like, hey yo, like bitches are crazy.
Yep.
About talking about my wife like that.
Yep.
This bitch invited me to.
And now he love you because he came and pulled something else.
Oh
too.
my God.
Oh, now he love you.
No, I'm not mature enough. Bro. I can't do it, and I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with my flaws and my shortcomings, for sure. I have a question though. If you were single, all right, if you were single again, what 5 characteristics, and you have to rebuild your relationship, what 5 characteristics would you need? Or what 5 characteristics would you look for in a woman to build your new relationship? And they could be the characteristics that your wife already has.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm just gonna go to those.
Yeah, they could be the same ones that she
So
already has.
something that's really important for me, because like I don't care to like worry about food. We'll just start with my wife. My wife will have to cook.
Okay.
That's super important for me, right? I know that's low on some people's list, high on other people's list. That's super important for me. She has to be a very kind person. It's very important for me. And when I say kind, I mean to the people that I love, I need you to show that you can love the people that I love. I don't necessarily mean that you just go out into the world and you you bag up sack lunches, you know, on the weekends, which would be nice to do every now and again. We do that every now and again. Yeah. You know, she's introducing me to that, but that's not like it. That wouldn't be like a prerequisite of mine.
Yeah, I don't need you to be feeling
characteristic that was super important to me that I've seen that, you know, through my experience, it was tough, was being able to have a relationship with your father. And me not being the first man that you like kind of like interacted with, that was important for me. I've had some shortcomings without it, and just in my data, I realized that was something that was important for me.
Hey, remember the last two. Is that the foresight that you feel like you were missing out on in the previous situations?
You know, I wasn't going to marry that girl. Possibly. I was before in a relationship. I was probably like 19 or 20, and I was like, yo, I'm the man of this entire family.
Yeah, okay.
I shouldn't feel like that at 19 or 20 years old.
I got you.
Like, I'm not. This is crazy. I'm not even paying all of my own bills yet, and I'm the man of your whole family.
What are we doing?
What are we doing here? This is crazy. The requirements of me,
crazy, are astronomical.
Yeah, like
way too high.
We're going to this is kind of crazy. Like, wow. So that was definitely something that I seen. You know, the most important thing, number one for me, is she had to have her own relationship with God. That was just something that was super important to me. Because and sometimes you know that something is important, you don't know why it's fully important. Being able to get to see your wife's spirit is the spirit that really enters your children. You would love to say that as you, but it's not, bro.
Yeah,
it's not. It's your wife, dog. So like, when you go home and you get, after providing all day, and you get your 2-3 hours with your children, she got those other 21, bro.
Yeah.
When they sleep, they thinking about her. When they wake up, they with her. Right. You know, and then you get your time. You know, which is great because fathers matter. They're extremely important, but your children are gonna take on different the spirit impacts. Of their mother. Totally different impact.
Okay, and you got one more.
Totally different impact. And then, I really enjoy a woman who is driven, and driven is not necessarily something that's going to showcase in finances. It can showcase in just like her desire to just want to do stuff. Yeah. Like, even if she's a homemaker and she's like, yo, like making sure the house is lit is dope to me. Or if she is a person who is into fashion, making sure I'm fresh all the time is dope to me. Like, just be driven in something. Like, you have like your own thing that you like.
Yeah, purposeful, definitely.
Because, you know, you begin to realize, man, as we get older, life is so monotonous, bro. And you have to be able to love your own monotony. Like, you have to love it. Like, I do the same thing every single day, and it still feels like a new day to me. I wake up, I go work out, I go to work, I come home, I see my family, I go to sleep, I do it again. But if you wake up and you don't have like your own thing that you just like, yo, I really love that, you're going to be bored, and it's going to cause a lot of friction in the house.
Absolutely.
So your wife with friction, bro, is I can bear the weight of, I look at it like this. I'm the foundation. I am the ground that we walk on. That's who I am. Nobody's going to tell you thank you, but you are the most important thing. Nobody can move without you, right? So with or without a thank you, you still going to show up and you're going to be the foundation. The woman, though, if she not feeling good, bruh, everybody going to feel that. So I need you to be able to have your spaces of outlet that you can make yourself feel good. And it's not always relying on who is around you or what is around you, but it's just you. So like, there's a lot of peace that's required in that. So like the God aspect and your relationship with that, and then also being able to do your own thing. So like being driven in your own thing. Those 5 things are extremely important to me. And those were all that I have foresight in before I met my partner. That I was like, whoever enters this space gotta have that.
Okay. You didn't see him in her first. You already knew you wanted these things.
I knew I wanted those things. And granted, you know, sometimes somebody will show you something that you need.
Go, oh shit, this
right?
is actually.
But like, that was something that was always important to me. I think that like is what is. Men are given a special level of foresight. Yeah. Just by being a man, you're given a special level of foresight, and it's your job to massage that and hone that, because you have to speak to your woman and bring her along and show her what the plan is and those things. So
do you think that when relationships fail, marriages fail, it's because men lack foresight?
She married you?
Yeah.
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 She married you.
You're
Yeah.
the leader, bro.
And so the relationship failed
don't work
because you lacked foresight. Is that what y'all saying?
In some way, shape, or form, right? So like, even in us having conversations, when let's say you hear your woman say like, "Yo, you're not listening to me," and you're just like, "Man, like I am listening to you." She not telling you that because you're listening, right? So let's say that happens for some years and she bounces. You like the foresight.
She's been telling you the whole time.
She been telling you, bro.
Yeah.
So when things don't go right, and then between a man and woman, and the woman says,
as they sometimes will,
and sometimes when things don't go right, yeah, right, and the woman says, well, it's because he didn't do this or he did this, right? There's always justification in that.
No, I think everything is circumstantial. We know
Right.
that.
But I'm saying though, like, is everything contingent on lack of foresight, lack of leadership, right?
Yes.
Can those things solve majority of the problems that we have?
Foresight and leadership could solve the majority. If you add love into that, yeah, 1,000%.
Okay.
They could solve the majority
and
of the
money.
problem. And some money.
And
You add
some
some
bread.
money to that. Yeah. You
got
got all the
some
problems
bread.
solved right there.
You could tie that into like foresight and leadership.
Yeah.
You know,
Seriously.
And
tie
some
that in
bread.
there.
Yeah, you won't have those problems.
Okay.
Or the problems that everyone else is having will be nothing to you guys.
You'll be able to work through them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
work
sure.
through it.
1,000%.
You know.
1,000%.
I think, man, being able to have a partner that has, you realize, and this is for people dating, right? You said something that was really important. You went through a hardship. Your partner was there for you. You said something really important. You experienced that. I don't even want to say she didn't step on your toes. She allowed you to operate in your masculinity, and you allowed her to operate in her femininity, and it was just it perfectly matched for you guys.
Yeah.
Yin and yang.
Something that was really important for me when me and Brittany were dating and we were long distance is that no matter, like, we would get into arguments and we still wouldn't go any time without not talking to each other. So like, it was never like, oh, we arguing right now, I ain't talked to her today. That concept to me is crazy now. And my wife created that foundation for us. Like, it would be like, oh, I'm cool with not talking to her today. It's long distance. I'm going to sit down and just watch my shows. It's the fall, so it's
I'm
cold
good.
outside.
I'm cozy.
I'm good.
I've communicated that before. Like, hey, yo, I can actually not speak to you every day. I've done that before. Not with Chanel, but
Right.
Yep.
previously, yeah, I've done that.
And
she
Brittany would
thought it was
call me.
crazy.
Brittany called me. Say, hey, just checking on you. I don't want a day to go by and us to not speak.
I'm still angry about
I'm
last
still
night.
angry.
Yep.
I'm still upset. We're still not through that.
Yep.
But I don't want a day to go by
That's beautiful.
and for us to not speak.
That's beautiful right there.
And I felt like a buster every time she said that, because I'm like, what makes me think that I am leading this relationship and I'm not? Like, when she has to do that, I'm not. Granted, we was getting into stuff about like, hey, yo, hey.
It's just lack of
Right,
maturity
but
in
I
the
still
relationship.
felt like a buster though,
Well,
right?
that was early on in the relationship.
know?
It's a lack of maturity within that.
Like,
I know what you mean though. It's like, yo, like, she ain't gonna be the one correcting that. Like, I can't give her that.
And I honestly, what the difficult part about it is, and I think the difficult part in when we're dating in general, right? Anybody who's dating, if you're listening, especially men, it's hard to just extend the olive branch because we're so closed off. And I'm going to kind of like spoon feed you pieces of me to see what you accept, what you don't accept. And then if you don't accept it, then like, I'm cool with that because I didn't put my whole heart on the line. And those things were showing me really early that like, oh yeah, she really in it. Like, she's really in it. For her to call me and say, hey, I don't want a day to go by with us to not to speak, that showed me.
She's all in.
She's all in.
She's all in.
So I need to be all in. And that was really important to me. And I know it's very difficult when people are dating because we fear it not working out, but we don't do anything else like that. Like, can you imagine practicing fearing getting hurt?
No.
Nah, you all in.
I'm all in.
All
I'm
in, right? Can you
but
imagine?
I do accept that this comes with.
This
the
come with
job.
it.
This comes with if I get hurt, it is what it is.
People absolutely practice fearing getting hurt. Though.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, without even thinking about it. You know what I mean? Like, because like we're conditioned to keep ourselves safe. So everything we say no to, every excuse you make, like that's teaching ourselves, okay, like, I actually am practicing and confirming that I don't want to get hurt. That's how, like, we were just talking to Demi earlier, right? About, you know, man, she said that, you know, she don't want to like be the one responsible for like leading men and, you know, always teaching men how to do business and things like that, but that's her skill set. Right. And I was like, yo, like maybe it's really that you're okay with it. You just don't want to do it and not get nothing out of it. And there's a fear there of like, maybe it's abandonment, maybe it's hurt, maybe it's whatever, but the fear is there. And just even like her saying that, and it's something that just comes so easily, that's actually practicing. You understand what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people are like that. And so with relationships, man, like I always tell Chanel this is like, you will never have just the ultimate highest level of relationship without the presence of, you know, the highest amount of hurt as well, right? It's impossible. So if you want a mediocre relationship, then like expose yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you can only get the max amount of relationship if you like expose yourself a lot. It's the only way it happens. And I think that's something, I don't know if you guys had to think about that. I didn't have to think about that, like, cause you know, this whole new social media wave is making people not thinking about it, but we were able to just like exist in a relationship.
Because that actually brings me to a question of like, you know, because you said something about intensity, I feel like, but like matching intensity in a relationship, right? I feel like as humans, like would you guys say we naturally want to match someone's intensity, or would you say that's relative?
I think it's natural. I think it's natural for women to want to match our intensity.
Okay, so
I think it's natural.
Okay,
for them.
so what do you think takes so long for, I guess, men to bring that type of intensity to the relationship? For it to, because we know once they start matching intensity, it's gonna be a good thing, right? So but what takes it so long for the intensity to start revving up?
Yeah, man, I have a theory, bro. I feel like men who, this is considering that the woman that's in your face is a woman that you actually like and want to be with.
Yeah,
that's what I'm considering.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too.
I think there's two main things that stop that intensity. One, you aren't sure if you can actually provide a lifestyle for this woman, right? So you're waiting to get your money up, waiting to become a bigger presence, all those things. Understandable.
Fair.
The other thing is commitment. I think you're afraid of commitment because commitment requires all of you, right? So it's very hard to, you know, come with all the intensity if you're kind of half in, half out, right? So those are two things that I think. Just given the fact that this is the woman that I actually, you know, if I had to write on a paper everything I wanted in a woman, this would be it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
If it's not that, then we can't even have the conversation because it's so many other factors.
I say that though because like, or I asked you that, like I watched you bring intensity from day one. You know what I mean? I watched the moment I met Brittany. Intense. It was intense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe that's also too. I mean, all of us. Nobody was secure about where they was at.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean, and what they was going through.
Yeah.
Right. But you were. I think also it's being sure about what you want.
Yeah, for sure. I also feel like a lot of it has to do with our circle. You know, I feel like, you know, we've cultivated our relationship, but we all are like-minded, and like peer pressure works good and bad.
Good and bad.
You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
if you're in a relationship and I'm loving what I see every day from you and your partner, naturally, even as a man, I'm like, yo, I want that too. I want some of that, right? It would be nice if I had that too. So if I meet a woman who checks all those boxes, who can give me the same thing, I'm gonna say, yo, I can do it. Let's do it.
That's true.
Right? And there's the other thing there, the fear, at least for me, the fear of getting hurt, I didn't have that.
Yeah.
I ain't had a fear of getting hurt because I've been hurt before.
Yeah.
I got hurt, I healed.
Yep.
I got hurt, I
Healed.
healed.
Yep.
Right? I started a business, I failed a business. I
Yep.
lost money, I got money back.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So like there's a constant track record of me healing from hurt in my life. So I know that if I attack this situation, I just am intense about it. If it doesn't work out, bro, this is the good thing about shooting your shot at 100 women. You get comfortable with rejection.
Yep. Yep.
You get really good at taking rejection and moving on.
Yep.
Right? That teaches you something. It teaches resiliency. So it's just like, yo, what's another rejection?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And when you move with intensity, you could live with it not working. It's all good.
And bro, and also just from playing sports, right? You give it all you got, and you just let the chips fall where they are.
Yep.
And so you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some, right? So for all of our relationships, man, and it's just like the other thing is this, like going back to the leadership thing, we trust, and I think like you got to know who you are as well. But we trust that if I step in front of a woman's face, and I know who I am, I trust that if I give it everything I got, she's gonna reciprocate it. I trust that. I feel like I'm that good. You understand what I'm saying? So all I got to do is get in front of somebody's face.
Ding, 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 ding.
You know what I'm saying? Right? So like, when you feel like you that good, you don't worry about it not working. It's just a math equation at that point.
Yep.
It's just like, yo, let me apply 100% pressure,
Yep.
and I know for a fact she can give it back.
Yep.
Anything that any relationship that has not cultivated into a marriage that I've dealt with in my life is because I wasn't giving 100%.
Yep. And that's real.
It's really because I wasn't giving 100%. But I could look back at all the women I've dealt with and say that, yo, if I gave it 100%,
it would have worked.
It would have worked.
It would have worked.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I feel like
it wouldn't have been the match.
It wouldn't have been the match.
It wouldn't have been the
But
match, but it would have worked. It would have worked.
I feel like that's definitely something that applies for men. I feel like that applies for men.
Yes.
That's for us.
Completely different rules.
Yeah, completely different rules as far as, hey, go in, you give it 100% because you're the one who approaches, you're the one who initiates, and this is what you want, right? It is kind of crazy, when you think about a man approaching a woman and initiating and doing all those things and then not being who he's supposed to be in a relationship. Like when you think about the whole process of it,
it's like I brought you into my world.
Let's just use Duke for instance, right? You met this girl in her city.
Yeah.
You brought her. Like let's just
That's crazy.
Let's just use a Spark Notes, right? Met this girl in her city. You brought her to your city. You introduced her to your family and your friends. She surrounded herself with your family and friends. You got on one knee and you proposed, and then you have this wedding and you make her wear your cultural and traditional clothes.
Okay.
Nah, that's crazy.
Make her.
When you think about it, that's crazy.
And then you wake up one day, you're just like, yo, I'm good on this.
That's crazy.
I'm straight.
Straight. And that right there, right? So I also think it's unfair when we use the numbers and they say, yo, the majority of divorces are initiated by women. I actually think it's unfair to use that statistic because, who else is going to be initiating the divorces? Not this guy who did all those things.
Facts.
Nah, he may be wrong in it and he may be saying, I'm going to stay in my decision that I made.
Yep.
But he's not going to be sitting out here saying like.
But so are you saying that like because I just want to make sure I'm understanding. Are you saying that it's very unlikely for a man to ask for a divorce because of all of the decisions and commitments that he made prior to that?
Yeah, he made a decision.
Investment.
He made a decision.
Right?
He made an investment.
But hold on, but that would insinuate that like women are making the same types of investments.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no. She was sitting. Just imagine she just sitting at home watching Netflix, and this dude was just in her inbox blowing her up. She's like, "Yo, I was fine without you, bro."
I got you.
Yep.
So no, that initial investment is totally different.
Right.
I was fine without you.
Right.
You said you wanted me. You showed me that you wanted me, and I accepted.
Okay. So yeah.
So I think where we go wrong is that same work that we put in when she was sitting on the couch watching Netflix with her hair sitting up in sweats. We stopped making that same type of effort. And that is what she doesn't feel anymore. And then she like, yo, I need that divorce. I need that. So I think that's where a lot of the stuff happens. That's where like our lack of listening comes in. And, it's like, yo, like we in a season right now. Like, I'm not going to give you this like attention right now. Understand that and accept that.
You're not condoning that. That's okay.
I'm not necessarily
saying that like it's like you understand why women be that's not.
No, I'm not condoning it at all, but I'm saying I do understand. What I don't think is fair.
How the numbers are skewed.
Is the numbers are skewed.
Yeah, all right.
I don't think anything based around relationship can be something that is quantitative.
Right. It's so linear, yeah.
You know, I don't think they match up, you know. So it's just interesting, man. Hey, to be honest, most importantly, I'm so excited to see marriage with all of us now.
Man, come on, bro.
You know,
come on. You know what I'm talking about?
It's good. I do want to know, Duke, though, because you know we didn't really get to tap it.
Yeah.
But I saw you and Chanel went somewhere recently. Yeah. Was that part of the honeymoon, or is that like a little staycation? Talk to us a little bit about that.
Little Mooney Moon,
man.
Mooney
Bro,
Moon,
man. Full transparency, bro. Because we spent so much money on the like wedding and relative to what we wanted to spend, right? I know some people be spending crazy amounts, but you know, and it took so much out of me. I'm talking about like it's even like pulling me back from work and making money. So it's just like the, you know, responsible thing to do would be like to hold off on an actual honeymoon that we want to do. And we did hit up Talia. We hit up Talia. We talked to her, and she was just like, she put something on paper for us, and we was just like, we do that. We just want to push it back. Yep. But we still want to do something just to kind of decompress and, you know, act like feel like we did something else. Yep. So we went to Newport for a staycation, and it was dope, bro. We stayed at the Pendry Hotel. I don't know if y'all been to the Pendry.
I'm not in Newport. I've been to the Pendry in Santa Monica.
Okay, there's Pendry Santa Monica, Pendry in I think Hollywood. And
it is a Pendry in Hollywood.
West Hollywood.
It's a Pendry in Hollywood.
West
Right on
Hollywood.
Sunset.
Yeah.
In West Hollywood, but this shit was dope.
Fire.
Yep. Like it was dope. It was the rooms were spacious.
Yep.
It had the lobby was dope. They had like this bar that turned up at night. They had like live music, and they also had like this speakeasy stuff, and they had live music. And remember a couple weeks ago, or when we were talking to John, and I asked you guys like, is there such thing as handsome privilege?
Yep.
Bro, if you look good and your wife look good and y'all dressed up nicely, bro, it's like times 100. Because the favor that we was getting out there, like you got to be there's places that we was getting to, we got to be a member to get into, right? But the lady was just like, oh man, y'all look good looking couple. Come on,
we need you in here,
bro.
Yeah,
and it was just like, oh, the whole weekend was dope, bro.
Hey, that's handsome favor, but you got to give God his credit. You know what I mean? That.
I think that's why he used favor.
Okay.
There we go. And yeah, bro, it also made me think about like how like your woman, bro, is it's just a bigger, like the biggest piece of jewelry that you have.
It's the only piece you need.
The only piece you need. Yo, if you just take care of, and I don't want to just say it so loosely because like you still want your woman to do work, but if there is a lot of truth into if you just take care of your woman and she looks, you know, feels good and she radiates joy and radiates health and she can actually tend to herself and up her self-care, right? Where she could just feel like I don't have to think about, people feel that, you know what I mean? And just the amount of people that were just like, yo, you know, come here. We got this for you. Like this is closed off, but it was a vibe, bro. So we stayed at the Pendry, then we went to like, you know, some other restaurants down there. I think we went to like, they had like Ocean 48, which is like Steak 48. Got Javier's is nice, but the one down there is probably one of the best ones.
By the way, Javier's, if you ever want to sponsor an episode.
Yeah, man, it was dope though. So I would like to go back.
Yeah, that's the Javier's.
Yeah, that's the Javier's.
You know, you said something where you just like, yo, me and my wife, it's like times 100. I listened to, you guys know who he is. His name is John Hope Bryant. And he always says, in a marriage, 1 + 1 never equals 2. 1 + 1 could equal infinity. It could equal 6. It could equal 10, but it's never going to be 2. You're going to always get more bang for your buck with your wife. And that's something that's always stuck with me because it doesn't. 1 + 1 is never equal 2, bro.
Never.
Nah. You know, so I'm glad you got to experience it immediately.
Yeah, immediately.
You know,
immediately.
Duke walking in like this.
Yeah.
Hey, dog. I mean, and maybe it's just you know, because we got married so recently, but just having a wife and just hearing conversations of like my husband this or my husband this, and it just immediately puts you into like a respect position.
Yep.
And so yeah, I mean, I like that shit, bro.
That's tight, bro. And I'm glad to hear you made, you know, a responsible financial decision too.
Yeah.
You
So
know what
yeah,
I mean?
that's important too,
That's
right?
important.
And then
you
here's
start your marriage off right, bro.
Yeah.
Leading in the right way.
and here's the thing too about that too. Like you become married, and it becomes like even just at the forefront of discussions. Like there is no more me just overthinking it. It's more like, I don't know if this is smart for us, babe.
Yeah.
And you got to understand it, because now, you know, we in it together.
And she gonna try. Now it's
Just like,
trust.
just like,
cool.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
Yeah,
tight,
yeah.
bro. That's tight.
yeah. But check this out. If you want to watch the replay of the ceremony, right? I was talking about this earlier. The replay of the ceremony is available. It's about 2 hours long, but you know, it's 30 minutes of it is actual ceremony. If you want to see the ceremony, what you could do is you can go to eHanachoWeddingLivestream.com. Okay, eHanachoWeddingLivestream.com. I think so. No, here we go. What you could do is you can go to the eHanachos.com/wedding livestream. All right, the eHanachos.com/wedding livestream. B-Roll is going to drop it right here. If you want to watch the replay, it's only $10. All right, so don't be acting all, you know, don't be acting all funny with it. But if you want to catch it, you know, go to the link, and then you'll be able to watch the complete live stream. Fellas, is there anything else? Jelon, good?
Get hype, baby.
Oh, you straight?
You in there? You a champion now. Dude.
Hold on.
I guess marriage is like the championship. You know?
It don't get no bigger.
Hold on. It don't get no bigger.
Damn.
It'll get no
But
bigger.
is there anything else to like look forward to? I got a ring, not a ring. Yeah, like I said, I'm Duke.
The Holy Trinity.
Really big rings. Yeah, better be coming with no strings. Yeah.
Okay. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. Much love, much gratitude. I'm Duke.
I'm Omar.
I'm Jelon. This is another episode of Nice and Neat, and that fat on that.
I'll be the one to take the risk to go and get them bands. I'll be the one to never sit and go and make a plan. Knowing my mother getting older now, don't got no time. Gotta keep a couple for the road, the rest get left behind. Yeah. To the hundreds, pledge allegiance, I stand. I'm going pour 4 in the fucking white sand. I give it all to this fucking mic stand. If it's been done before, then I know I can.